I want you to take a breath with me. You don't have to do anything right now. You don't have to fix anything. You don't have to prepare for tomorrow. Just sit here for a moment. I want to talk about something that most people never say out loud. The way we shrink ourselves. The way we soften our opinions, lower our voice, apologize for speaking, apologizing for existing. Maybe you don't even notice you do it anymore. Maybe it just feels normal. Maybe somewhere along the way, you learned that taking up space felt unsafe. Maybe being too loud got you attention you didn't want. Maybe needing too much made you feel like a burden. Maybe you learned that being low maintenance kept the peace. So you became smaller. Not physically, but emotionally. You stopped asking for things. You stopped correcting people. You stopped explaining when something hurt you. You told yourself it was fine. But here's something I need you to hear. You were allowed to take up space. You were allowed to have needs. You were allowed to say, that didn't sit right with me. You were allowed to exist without constantly minimizing yourself to make others feel comfortable. And I know that might feel uncomfortable, because when you've spent years being the quiet one, the strong one, or the easy one, expanding feels wrong at first. It feels loud. It feels selfish. It feels like you're doing something you're not supposed to do. But you're not. You're just existing at your actual size. Think about how much energy it takes to constantly shrink. To rehearse conversations before you speak. To soften your emotions so they don't spill over. To tell yourself it's not a big deal, when it actually is. That's exhausting. No wonder you're tired. You don't have to take up the whole room, but you also don't have to fold yourself into a corner. You can sit where you are. You can speak when you need to, and you can say no. You can say yes. You can disagree. You can ask for reassurance. You can say, I don't like that, and the world will not collapse. And if someone pulls away when you stop shrinking, that's not because you become too much. It's because they were only comfortable with a smaller version of you. There's nothing wrong with your presence, nothing wrong with your voice, nothing wrong with your emotions. You were never meant to edit yourself down to something easier to digest. You were meant to be felt. Maybe today you don't need to change anything dramatically. Maybe today is smaller than that. Maybe it's just noticing. Noticing the way you apologize automatically. Noticing the way you soften your opinions. Noticing the way you hold back when you want to speak. And instead of judging yourself, just noticing it gently, that's enough for now. You don't have to suddenly become bold. You don't have to become louder. You don't have to transform overnight. Just stop disappearing. Little by little, stay in the conversation a second longer. Hold eye contact a moment longer. Say the sentence fully instead of cutting it short. And let yourself exist in the space you're already standing in. You deserve to be here. You deserve to be heard. And you deserve to be seen. And not because you earned it, and not because you proved something, but because you are a person. And people are allowed to take up space. If you've been shrinking for a long time, be patient with yourself. Expanding feels vulnerable, but it also feels like oxygen. Like your lungs finally filling all the way. You don't have to be smaller to be loved. You don't have to be quiet to be safe. You don't have to disappear to belong. You can be here. And that is enough. I want you to stay with that feeling for just a moment. Just breathe in and out. You're allowed to take up space. And tonight, you don't have to shrink.